Assalamu alaikum. This is the first lesson of the book Mukhtasar al-Qudoori, famous Hanafi text. First of all, let me explain the meaning of the words, and then I'll explain the tarkib, the grammar of the words, and then I'll go into the explanation of the fiqh points of this text. So first of all, the word kitab. Okay, this is book. Tahara, it means purity. Qala, this is past tense. He. Qala, so in the 14 is the first one. He, single, masculine. Okay, the word Allah. Okay, this is known. Allah. Ta'ala, it means it's a verb. It's past tense as well. Single he. It means to be exalted. Ya, it means oh. Ayyuha. Okay, this is used for it works hand in hand with ya for nida, calling purposes. Alladina. Okay, this is what we call mawsul, and you can look this up in the books of Nahu. And it's plural. Amanu, this is past, and this is plural. Okay, this is what we call jama ghaib. Idha, okay, this is when. Qumtum, so qumtum, this is past tense. Qumtum, you all stood up. Qumtum, from qama yaqumu. Ila is harful jar. As-salat, it means prayers, so you pray. Faghsilu, this is fa, which has the meaning of so sometimes, and it has various other meanings. Ataf, sometimes has other meanings. Ighsilu, this is a command. Amr, this is command. Amr, this is jama, plural, masculine. Okay, all of you wash. From ghasala yaghsilu. And then we have the word wujuhakum, which is the plural of wajh, which means face. And then kum, this is we call the dhamir pronoun, it's plural, masculine again. Aydiyakum, again, this is the plural masculine. Aydi is jama, plural of yad, okay, which means hand. Ila, harful jar again. Al-marafiq, this is the plural of mirfaq, which means elbow, so elbows. Wamsahu, wow is ataf, means and. Yamsahu is from masaha, yamsahu, which is a command here. There's an amr, command. Again, it's plural, masculine. Ba, harful jar. Kum again. Ru'us is the plural of ra's, which means head. Wow, and arjulakum, arjul means the plural of rijal, which means feet or legs, feet here. Ila and ka'bayn, this is a dual of ka'b, which means ankle. So that's basically the wording, the explanation of the meanings of the words. So let me get rid of all this, and then we'll look at the grammar of this. Okay, so the grammar part of this is, this will be a dhamma in the kitab, taharati will be a kasra, and that's because this is idafa, what we call idafa, mudaf and mudaf ilayh. And the rule for mudaf ilayh is clear, that the first word, the mudaf, it only takes a single vowel, and the second word takes a kasra. And that's what we have here, kitabu at-taharati. Now, Kitab al-Taharati means the book of purification or purity. So usually what happens is the Arabs, they presume that there's a word over here hidden, okay, and that word usually is hada, this, and then we say is, this is Kitab al-Taharati, the book of purity. And this is common amongst the Arabs in titles and headings. They usually omit the first word, which here we assume to be hada. Next, qala, this is a verb, fi'l, and every fi'l needs a fa'il. So who's doing the qala? So it's the word Allah, and that's why we give it a dhamma, okay, because it's the fa'il of qala. And ta'ala, this is a verb, okay, this is a verb, and the fa'il of this verb is hidden, huwa, and the huwa is a pronoun. And who is huwa? Him, he goes back to Allah, so he, the exalted. Allah, the exalted, said, Ya, and this is nida, ayyuhalladina, those amanu, who believe, idha qumtum, when you stand. Okay, so this is ya, this is nida, we call nida, and this part is alladina amanu, this is what we call the, let me change the color of this to make it a bit more clear. Okay, the munada, the alladina munada, this is the munada, all of this. Amen, that's the munada, that's the nida. And then all of this, the rest of this, إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم, is maqsood bin nida, we call the maqsood bin nida. So let me just cover all the rest of this in, just to make it clear to you guys what we're dealing with. So that's maqsood bin nida. Maqsood bin nida basically means this: every time you call a person, then there's words you use for calling, and then the person who you're calling, so the words you use is called nida, the person you're calling is the munada, and the thing that you want to tell them is the maqsood bin nida, what you want to convey to them, or what you want to say to them, where you want to understand it. Okay, anyway, so let's go back to this. So إذا قمتم, قمتم is fi'l, it's a verb, okay, and for the verb you need fa'il. The fa'il is antum, okay, you, antum, you. Ila salati, kasra is because of ilah, but ilah affects the word after it, use the kasra. Fagsilu, this is a command, and the fa'il, okay, is again is antum, which is presumed or assumed inside of it. And what are we commanded to wash? The faces. So on the ha you have a fatha, wujuhakum, your faces, and the waw ataf is ataf, it carries the previous or the vowel haraka before over. So but wash your faces, and what else do you need to wash? Aydiyakum, so here we add fatha. Ila, this ila will affect this word here, so give it a kasra. Wamsahu ataf, wipe, because this time wipe, not wash, wipe, and the file here is antum again, and b is harful jar, okay, it's going to affect here this, that's why we give this a kasra. Biru'usikum, your heads. Wa arjulakum, ataf as well. Now this ataf is not on wamsahu, okay, because if it was on wamsahu or here on spa, then you would say arjulikum, but we say arjulakum because this is the object, okay, and it's carried from over here. In other words, three things you wash your faces, your arms, and your feet. Ila al-ka'bayn, to your ka'bayn. Now the word ka'bayn is dual, okay, and we know the rule for dual. Ka'b, and you add an alif noon at the end. If it's in a marfu state, it's in rafa, default state. Otherwise, it's not in the default state. If it's in kasra, okay, or jar, or nasab state, then you give it, okay, this ain, the ka'bayn, you give it this state. So ilal ka'bayn, that's the grammar of the verse. Okay, let's look into the the rulings of this verse. So here Imam al-Qudoori, the author of the book, has begun the book by bringing a verse of the Quran which is very common, or which is to do with purity, and the chapter he's brought is the chapter of purity. Now purity in fiqh, okay, is to do with purity of the outside of the body, right? Because in Islam we have an understanding that purity of the inside, which is to do with the heart, okay, so you have the heart purity, and then you have purity which is to do with the body, okay. And in fiqh we don't really deal with the heart purity, we deal more with the purity of the body. And so the purity of the body, there's several topics that are going to be discussed in the purity. One is to do with what we call Wudhu, the ablution, and another is we're going to be discussing istinja, okay, which is a short introduction to Wudhu. And then we have ghusl, and then we have tayammum. Okay, tayammum is using the earth, sand, soil, dust to purify oneself. So these are 4 topics to do with the purification of the body. So Imam Qudoori, by bringing the chapter or the verse of the Quran here, has brought the heading Kitab al-Tahara, the chapter of purity, because he wants to start off with the purity of the body, and because later on he's going to be bringing the chapter of Salat, and so it's adequate, or it's appropriate, to mention prior to Salat what is necessary, i.e. purification of the body. So here Imam Qudoori brings this. The word Tahara is from Tahara Yathuru, which means purification, to become pure, Tahara. And the verse of the Quran dealing with the Wudhu, which is the first topic we're going to be discussing. Okay, Allah Ta'ala says in this verse, O those who believe, is that when you stand up for Salat, then wash your faces and your hands up to your elbows, your arms up to your elbows, wipe your heads and your feet up to the ankles. So here 4 issues are stated over here. Okay, 4 things that we're commanded to do. One is to wash our faces. Okay, the second is to wash our arms up to the elbows. Third is the wiping of the head, and the fourth is the washing of the feet. And this is a verse of the Quran which is in Surah Ma'idah, which is the 5th chapter of the Quran, and it's verse number 6. You can look this up yourselves. And this is the first ayah that he brings in this book.